Hello, welcome to Bronze to Master Panda style. This is episode 3. We made it to silver last week. By the way, if there's things that I don't mention, I suggest you go back and listen to episode 1 or 2. So we ended up losing one game, but that was a min master sniping me just for funds. So we're gonna do another 4 games today. I don't know how long it's gonna take. Basically, if you are on stream and you're like, what the fuck is going on? Why is he silver? I don't understand. Guys, why is he silver? Basically, what's going on is, I explain everything I do, and I start from bronze and go to master. Once we get to master, I don't know if I'm gonna do it again or maybe leave it at that. But yeah, this is just like I explain everything, you know, pylon positioning and yeah, just it's a lot more in-depth commentary than when I play, because when I play I'm still like, you know, trying to figure out the game and understand it for myself, so I can't go in depth for everything I do. It's not possible. So also in between games, if the chat has questions, as long as it's about strategy, I will be answering it. So camera locations, I've mentioned it in episode 1, always important to do, at least for me. Get our bases on lockdown. By the way, you can press C. Let's say like you want to do something with your probe, but before you're gonna do something with your probe, you want to make sure, oh, there's a little bit of every time I try to take a probe, so before returning the money, let's say you want to do something, if you press C, it's going to return cargo without you to have to click on the nexus or anything. So let's say you want to take like 3 probes and send them to gas, then you're going to click the gas, and then you're going to press C, and then they're going to go to gas after that, because you gave them the command to go to the gas. So usually I recommend scouting online versus Terran, but I was rambling. So when I scout versus Terran, I like to do this with shift command, because if they do a full eBay block or a full depot wall, your probe is going to jerk around right here or right here, because he can't get up. So if we set the shift command like this, you're going to get to see up the ramp even if it's fully wall off. 3 chrono, actually 4 chrono on probes versus Terran. You want chrono. The camera views, if you're on stream, really just I explain it in guide number 8, and I explain it in episode 1 of Bronze to Master. I know that's not a good, that's not the answer you want, because you have to go dig, or you have to ask other people for the links. But I can't go back over it right now. I'm sorry. So 4 chrono, as soon as you have the chrono. So this guy is a gas. It's basically, a lot of Terrans have been doing, oh, there's a depot, so that probe is dead. But a lot of Terrans have been doing, you know, Reaper expand or Reactor, Marine expand, mostly expand stuff. Sometimes they'll do into Factory, into Starport. Oh, he pulled a little bit of workers. Okay, so we want to get ready for the expand. So we're making the dot. Here we want to chrono. Here we want to chrono the mothership core, so we can scout. We're going to set the rally point. I know it feels weird to rally the nexus over there, but that's where the mothership core comes from. It's like the babies, where do they come from? Well, that's the same thing with the mothership core. So yeah, put back the rally point, make the nexus. You want to do long distance mining with at least 1 probe. At my level, I do it with oh. Yeah, sometimes they're going to be a Reaper, and when that sometimes happens, well, if he's in Gold League, you can do that. But if you don't know if it's going to be a Reaper or not, sometimes you're better off leaving the mothership core until the Stalker comes out, and then you can scout. A situation like this, of course, it went our way, so we're kind of grateful that this guy is out of our league. You fill the gases. So versus Terran, you always want to grab an early robo, simply because, you know, Widow Mines. Oh, I see what I've been doing. Because I have a reflex of rallying into my main when I see a Reaper. But I forgot to change the rally. I guess I'm talking a lot. So make the robo. And yeah, one gate into Robo into more gates, simply because you don't know if it's going to be, oh, that's only 2 Marines, so I can't fight it off and kill 2 Marines and just leave. That's a pretty good trade-off, I think. A lot of Marines are going to come out. I think this is a 1 base build that he's doing, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed. I have to run. Yeah. So you never want to lose the mothership core, and you don't really want to waste energy either, because you know he's gonna do an all-in, and if I waste energy, then so I mean we know that it's a boring all-in that he's doing, but we're still gonna make an observer. We're not gonna grab the gases, and we're actually gonna cut probes right now, and we're not gonna grab the gases because that would mean we have less money to make units. Oh, I didn't have 3 there. So get some sentries so we can have guardian shield and force field the ramp. So the observers to keep track of his army, have an idea of when it's coming. So we're gonna make an immortal because we don't have enough. Those gates are not completed, and we want to be spending our money. And we're about to supply block. This is bronze to master, guys. Started bronze. This is my legacy. So we want to try to position your army just a little bit. So we haven't seen anything on the map. We'll get another sentry because it's a big ramp. It's a 3 force field ramp, and we want at least 1 guardian shield. Mostly zealots from now on, since we are short on gas. I could have afforded a 3rd gas, but it's a oh. All right. I didn't see him on the minimap. So you want to make sure that the oh, I shouldn't have lost that. You want to make sure that the guardian oh, that was extremely sloppy. We're gonna remake the okay. So this guy, this guy right here he's a special one. And he decided to expand. All right, he's got some turrets because he's scared. All right. Yeah, actually, like, I feel like I have too many workers for 5 gates. Like 10 workers is making me float. So I could have done, since I had 11 workers, I could have done 8 with 3 on gas. Well, now I have 10 because I'm sending 1. This guy right here. It's gonna be a ninja. Alright. So, I mean, at this point, this guy, like, he doesn't know what he's doing, so we're gonna end the suffering, you know. Make sure the guardian shield is covering the zealot. No, that's not the one popping guardian shield, there you go. Covering the zealot like this. Yeah. Every time you want to make an attack, make sure to always bring a probe. Because if your attack is not supported by a probe, by panons, it's basically like that. That's the reason Protoss is strong, is because of whoa, is that a glitch? Cause whoa, what? Level 23 Broodlord? What the? Yeah, I got most of the portrait because I did the what? I did the campaign on this. I'll pick a new portrait. We'll pick this guy. Anyway. Yeah, I forgot what I was trying to say. Yeah, if you guys have questions, sorry. So many achievements. It's like Christmas, right? So if you have questions about strategy, you can ask in chat. But yeah, basically, if you don't bring a pawn to make a probe, if you don't bring a probe to make a pawn, that's the strong aspect of Protoss, is you can make units everywhere. So, so far there's no Someone's asking me what I think about the 3 Stalker Rush in PvP. Well, I mean, it's okay. It's okay if you want to expand behind it. It's okay if you want to go Stargate behind it. It's a build like any other, really. Alright, so we have a PVZ on this map. So this map's a little harder. Usually they're going to take this base. If they don't know what they're doing, they're going to take this base. You have to take this base. Because it's easy to protect with the rocks. You put some gates over here. Usually you want to put your tech around here or here for all matchups. But yeah. I'm glad I got a crappy computer. I could show you not many times you'll have the middle. I played like I think like 2 games where we grabbed the middle. Well, someone has to be low level league to ask a question like this. But is there one build that defends almost 1 base rushes? I mean, if you forge expand, if you 1 gate expand versus Terran, if you forge expand versus Zerg, you should be okay versus anything. Like there's nothing that prevents you that wins automatically off 1 base. But versus Protoss, I mean, versus Protoss is totally different. But to go back to his question, like you know, anything that Terran can throw at you off 1 base, you should be able to defend with 2 base because of the Mothership Core. Because the Mothership Core has the photon overcharge ability. So you always want to rally your probe at the natural when you play versus Zerg. Because as you can see, you end up having the money for the Panda. Well, actually this probe's a little early, I guess on this map. But most maps, you need to rally the probe. Yeah. Alright, so you want to chrono 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Actually, you don't want to chrono 15, 16 if you Nexus first, which is what we're going to do. You know, setting a few rally points with your probe instead of having your probe idle. Oh, so we have an early pool. So we're going to forge first as a precaution. Whoops, so that's my second probe. I guess I should pay more attention. Well, now that we're not doing Nexus first, I'm going to chrono 3 times. I'm going to do long distance mining with this guy. I'm not sure what he wants to do. My forge is a bit late. It could have been made a little earlier. So we're going to do, I think we're going to have to do a full wall off actually. Because it's an early pool. But no, he doesn't seem to be making anything out of it, so we'll just make the cannon, just in case I miss some links on the minimap, into yeah, this. Alright, finish off the wall. So I got a speed, so this could be a 1 base all in. So we're gonna go back and check Panda. Here we're gonna leave the probe on hold position just in case. Yeah, the Panda is quite early, so we're gonna cancel the probe since we can't make any probes right now. See, so this is a 1 base rush, as people like to call it, a 1 base all in. Well, this guy. So I mean, in a situation like this, you don't really want to chrono probes. No, we're actually gonna save the probe. So we're gonna make another cannon. We're gonna make about like 3 cannons versus a 1 base like this. We're gonna get the core because we want to have sentries, and I fill the gases here. Actually, I think I can afford to chrono one time. Alright, so making probes, third cannon, and then we'll just get a sentry when the core finishes, and we'll be okay. That kind of sucks the way I did this, because now I can't make a building behind. Actually, I don't think I could have made a building regardless. Yeah, I'll have to make a building in front. With the odds of him getting in or doing anything pretty low. And roaches, they're on the hunt. Alright, we've got 16, so we're transferring. We're gonna chrono as much as we can, some units. Stargate could be could be an option, but I mean, I guess it would be a good follow-up. Yeah, we have a 7 roach rush. We're gonna make a stalker after this. Whoa, whoa. Yeah, so he's not going anywhere. And if he comes back, I'm gonna try to trap him. That's why you want to make the stalker, so you can fight back. Stop getting bullied. Is that bar? Oh, that's some next level shit all in. Oh, what the fuck? All right, I was a little too cocky here. That's crazy. That's nice. I'm happy. I haven't had anyone do that versus me.
I am the voice.
So the goal here is to get 2 Void Rays to be safe, and after that make an Oracle to have detection. Of course, if you supply block, you're not going to go very far with a second Void Ray, but
Channel the light device.
alright, yeah, so having really delayed supply block on that second Voyager is going to delay my yeah, it's all sloppy. But it's Bronze to Master, and we're Silver League. We're going to play like a Silver League this round. I know, that's the plan. That's the ruse. Yeah, he's pretty screwed now. More pylons. Alright, well, he knows this time is up and the Oracle is going to come out. Unfortunately for him, he was doing one base. Always bring your pylon when you want to attack. He doesn't have roach speed yet, so life is difficult. So I went 7 gates because I have 16 workers. So I don't need any more workers unless I plan on taking a 3rd base. Oh, Christmas! Alright, when you make units like that, click on the minimap after. Like, you should always use your minimap if you want to look somewhere else to do something with your units. Like, for example, like, you know, I'm making some units then I hotkey them, then I click on the minimap, and then I click to go on the minimap. Does that make sense? So like, again. And for chrono boosting, what you can do is you can hold C, and then just click, and click, and click. If you hold C, it works. You don't have to press C every time. But yeah, here again, make some units, hotkey them, re-hotkey, and then click on the minimap, and then look where you're clicking. For a long time I haven't clicked enough on the minimap, and I've started doing it, and not only does it improve your map awareness, it just makes your army more fast and everything. But yeah, that guy had a nice build.
Replay saved.
He was unranked. I don't know. Also, he was gold and Wings of Liberty, I guess. Alright, let's see if there's any questions that might be helpful for people watching. My counter to mutas and corruptors, I mean, usually they'll make corruptors because you're going Phoenix. So then you kind of need to transition into like Storm, Blink. But yeah. How to counter Mutiling and Roach Hydra? Well, I guess that's two separate questions. Mutiling, I like to go triple Stargate. Roach Hydra, you need Colossus. Or Storm with you know, like a good army of like Stalker, Sentry, Immortals. How to counter a player? The camera hotkeys, please go watch on YouTube. I haven't made a playlist for Bronze Semester. I'll do it tonight, but or watch this guide. I explain the camera locations. Alright, so I didn't see the matchup we have. So we have another Zerg, awesome. Hopefully we get to see some army composition. So we're gonna do a very standard third base. So we're gonna apply a little bit of pressure and we're gonna take a third behind it. I mean, Voidries are a good unit versus Zerg, but if they go Roach Hydra Viper, you're better off getting Eye Templar to feed back the Vipers. If they go Swarmos Corruptors, then it's okay to get Voidrays. If they're going Swarmos Hydra Viper, then you're better off with Templar. So yeah, Voidrays are strong, but they're a lot of gas, and Eye Templars can be better. Alright, so more workers. We're gonna chrono 2 times. Now he's scouting me with his drone, so you're gonna have to be careful, because if they don't make a, even if they make a spawning pool, like they might try to prevent you from expanding or steal your expand. Or he's grabbing a gas. But see, like, he's still right there, so I'm bringing out two probes to fight him off. Because the last thing I want is for him to put down an hatchery at my natural. Oh, I almost misplaced my Nexus. Alright. So send this guy back. I misclick, back. Next forge. Here you just want to be a nuisance. So you grab the gas, so you might do an all-in, so we'll have to be on the lookout for that. We're going to pull out this probe. We're going to send a fresh one, full HP one, to check a third, and just a little bit. We're gonna do it now, I guess. This guy's gonna make the cannon. You don't want to chrono just yet, because you need to make the cannon as soon as possible. So you need the cannon. Now you can do some long distance mining, but then again, oh, it wasn't 14 pool, it was 15 pool. So we're okay. Now you can chrono, start the gases. Don't waste chrono boost. Make sure to make a probe so you never waste chrono boost. Long distance mining, my ass. Oh, so see, there were a few links coming, but I don't think they understand the timing that they have. I might get scared and put down a gate right here. I might. I did, and I didn't hold position properly. So you have an expand. Oh, and he had speed, so like oh, but he lost an overlord, which is huge.
Your probes are under attack.
The spawning pool was shaking. So I lost a probe and a bunch of mining time, but hey, he's gonna have speed soon, and then those links are gonna become a nightmare. Also because he, oh, well, I guess it's not a nightmare. Alright, into macro game, I guess. Putting the cannon on the rocks. I know it's not a drink, it's an action. Sure, my saturation is well done. Here usually, I mean, if my build wouldn't be delayed, I'd say get the +1 after the mothership core. Well, actually, see, I don't have gas for it. So that's bad. You want to make the mothership core, you want to chrono. So you want to make the mothership core, and you want to chrono the stalker. So you want to push after that. So this is going down. The mothership core is coming out. Hopefully, grab the gases. Alright, so you want a probe to make it look real. You keep chronoing probes, I guess, but we're gonna get supply block. Alright, send a probe early. Get the gates down. I'm gonna wait for this guy to come out. Alright, so we got the gates down. Alright. I was scared a little bit that it could be 100 links. I kind of like moved my screen, I think, instead of looking on the minimap, which is bad. Or no, yeah. Okay, so he's got speed right here. It's all concerning. We're still gonna apply pressure because, well, we don't actually have energy to recall, so we don't have money to put down the expand. We're gonna chrono warp the research 2 or 3 times. I think he's like legit scared. I'm gonna put myself in a corner here and hope that I can save. So I saved the stalker, which is the most important part. So I've got Wargate research now. Usually, and I kind of messed that up, like big time, because I was talking, and I apologize. Usually I'd have a sentry being made right after the stalker, which would allow me to get hallucination right now in scout, but I forgot about that. So our scouting is going to be really bad. After you put down the expand, you want to make a twilight. You never want to have downtime on your forge, so making armor, even though a weapon is much better. At least 4 sentries. 4 sentries is a good minimum of sentries. If you're scared, you can make 5 or 6. 4 is the bare minimum. You want to make sure your worker saturation is good, but that's pretty advanced. transform the gates, get blink as soon as you can. Still no energy for hallucination. You're worth 15 energy off. It's really important to get it. Blink as well. So you see now he's, I think he had a third when I pushed and I just didn't check for it. That was his lair that we just saw. Immortals, not that important. Oh yeah, that guy is, his economy's not that good. Now we'll make a few stalkers. We'll get Robo Bay. Usually, like the style I do is I react to what they do. I don't take much initiative in the army composition. I react to what they do. And so this guy doesn't have lair yet, so there's nothing for me to see. So you know, you can always make a safe bet of double forge. Okay, so we're about to have 22 workers here. I'm not canceling because I don't want to waste chrono so much. And so having a few extra workers is not the end of the world. Would want to be at 16, but we'll live with 19. Infrastructures while you're waiting, you know. Since we don't know what kind of army we want, because we haven't seen what he has. That's why I'm like floating a little bit. So trying to scout with hallucination. Double upgrades right here. I mean, double upgrades are always a good choice. It just makes your getaway army stronger, and you should have your getaway army the whole game unless you were you really wanted to do sky toss, which I'm not a big fan. I mean, it works at low levels. This guy's playing burly defensive and 2 Hydras, so basically anything we do, because we have... Are you really... Alright. So if this sound glitch happens to you, you want to do this. Sometimes it works. In this situation, I'm not sure it's working. So you see right now we're adding 2 more gates, so that's going to be 8 gates, and then here 11 gates. So 12 gates off 3 base. If you're non-stop making units out of the robo, it should be enough to spend your money, really. So we're going to start gearing up to make an attack while spending a money. Usually you want to wait at 3 Colossus before doing anything. This guy is such a bad economy that with 1 Colossus I probably would have killed him. I stayed in this game just to, you know, show an example. Scout with hallucination, try to see what he has. We haven't seen much with the observer. More Panons, so I could be doing better. Oh. I kind of screwed that one up for myself. Alright, so they didn't seem to have a lot of workers, unfortunately for him. Keep the upgrades rolling. Grab the towers. Always fight for the towers. This map's a little harder to fight for the towers, but it's never a bad thing to try to fight for the towers. Now, if we wouldn't care about attacking him, I'd say go to 4 Colossus, but since we're making a push, we'll go with 3 Colossus because, you know, that's only his army and I'm maxed. Well, about to be maxed. We're gonna prepare the 5th base, the 4th base. Oh! He killed a few units. Oh, he actually killed the Panons. But yeah, we're max at 15 minutes. Pretty respectable. There was no altercations though, but still. So, you know, before going into battle, you want to try to make a concave. You know, that's a great concave. I'm none in a ball. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, we killed a few. Oh, we made it to gold last game and I didn't realize. Or maybe it's this game and I'm gonna get promoted. Yay! Alright. So gold. Change the title of the stream. But yeah, I mean, when he killed a few stalkers, he probably thought like, that's a small army, blah blah blah. and then he saw like the 3 Colossus and the maxed Protoss. So unfortunately for him, you know, he didn't get to live. If you guys have questions, it's a good time to ask. I'm gonna wait a little bit before queuing another game to answer a few questions. We're gonna go into the last game of the show. I tried to do 4 games. It's been what? When was my first game? My first game was. So it lasted 10 minutes. So yeah, started. Yeah. We'll try to make the last one last. Would you put in a cannon on the rocks? I don't know. I guess I'll have to make the drink now. I'll be like Epic Mealtime. I'll make up drinks and stuff. Why is warp harassment so underused? Yeah, I'm not sure I understand your question. Do you always go Nixus first in PvZ? Yeah. If it's a 4-player map and you don't scout him first, if it's a 4-player map and you're not scouting him first, it's a good thing to try to just do Forge first. You don't want to be too greedy. 5-gate Pression is good versus Zerg, or Forge Expo is better. Well, I mean, you're not going to do 5-gate off one base, and if you do pressure 5-gate off one base, that's an all-in, buddy. That's not pressure. Have any suggestions on how to max out quicker? Like, when do you start producing nothing but units? Once you have 16 workers, on what, like, let's say you're on 2 base. Once you have 16 workers, you don't want to take a third, then non-stop units, stop probes. You want to take a third, once you have 16 workers on minerals at the third, non-stop units. Non-stop units. By the way, keep the questions strategy related. I want this show to be as educational as possible. You know, if you ask me about what I had for breakfast, the guy that's watching the YouTube video probably doesn't give a fuck. All he wants is to learn, and that's what the show is about. So, I tried to look for the new portrait and I couldn't find them. So you guys, this is Bronze to Master Panda style. I do this every Friday. This is the 3rd episode. So far we've played 12 games. We lost 1 game, but that's because the Min Master sniped us. Yeah, I wonder how many games it's gonna take to get to Masters. I threw a few games, you know. I think I like to put myself in Bronze, I had to lose like 4 games or something. So.
You have not enough minerals. You have not enough minerals.
So we have a Terran this time around. We're gonna play macro standard style. If you want an in-depth guide to this build, you can look at guide number 14. I posted it on Reddit. It's on my YouTube, youtube.com/desrowfighting. If you're watching this video on YouTube, I'm sorry. I'm trying to guide the people on stream. We're not gonna scout. We're not gonna scout because we're gonna scout with a Mothership Core now. If they do a proxy 2 racks all in, we might die. But outside of that, we're okay. This is an okay thing to do. Now, if at your level, you know, they do a lot of proxy 2 racks, like you lose often to it, then I guess just scout. You can scout after, you know, gas, or just to confirm that the racks is over here. I know earlier we had another PDT and I scouted on 9, and but you know, we made it to gold. Like, this is not Bronze to Master anymore. We're gold. You need to get better. You need to grow up more. And I mean, we grab the gas. You don't want 14 or 15 gas, depending on how much you chrono. It's always gonna change. With the Panda, you want to chrono 4 times your Nexus, so that was the 3rd time. There's two more times. But yeah, I don't really want to all in. I mean, I'll I'll do more, I'll try some all-ins maybe next episode. So we'll start playing like people a little bit better and stuff. So then I'll all-in. Now, so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna skip the Zod, but we're not gonna skip it entirely. So see, that's the 4th chrono. We're not gonna skip it entirely. What we're gonna do is, oh shit. Well, I guess we're not gonna skip it at all. Oh shit. Oh shit. I was talking about fucking all-ins and oh god. Alright, we don't want to lose this. We don't want to lose this. I can't target the SCV for some reason. I'm short on gas. I can't make the mothership core. I don't think the mothership core would be useful anyway. And my mom's cooking food and it smells delicious. I'm extremely jelly. Alright, we want to stop the bunker and the CD from repairing. I actually lost to Beastie Cutie in a tournament in a situation like this. Yep, I'm gonna have enough gas for, yeah, I'm making a forge. That's creativity. What's that cannon? Ow! There, that's like, that hurts so much. No, I wanted to make a stalker before it died, but I didn't have enough gas. Alright, this is so funky. I mean, once I have 100 energy, taking down those, Alright, so I don't even know if the cannon reaches. Oh, it does! What? I outrange? Oh, I have range 7 on the cannon? Well, you learn things every day, folks. Oh, that's funny. No, I thought I controlled you. Damn it. You don't want to lose the mothership core. Yeah, I rebuilded the cyber like really late. So it's all funky. I know there's a second rack somewhere, I just don't know where it is. Oh, it's right here. Alright, ballsy. Balls deep. If I would have chronoed my warp gear research just a little bit more, I think I would have been okay.
Very well.
Alright, we're gonna try to be aggressive while expanding. No! Yay! Oh wow. No! Alright. Oh shit, I wasn't looking. Oh! Oh! Snap! Alright, this is bronze to master, guys. You're watching a bronze player. We made it to gold. This is a dream come true. I want to dedicate this day to my dog. Damn it. I mean, at this point, that wargear research is so late. I see floated away. We're gonna scout. We're gonna try scout and try like to 4-gate pressure into transitioning. I mean, the odds of him holding, it's gonna be like a real like 4-gate. So I'll make 8 stalkers, which is not much of a commitment in terms of gas. If you look at my bank, we'll make a robo behind it just in case there's widow mines and he's able to hold the pressure that I'm gonna put on him. We're not gonna show ourselves just yet. Like I said, I want for the 8 stalkers to have a decent chance. So the 8 stalkers can take down a pylon. We're gonna make this, but we might have to cancel. We're gonna make this right here, but we might have to cancel. The time warp. I'm gonna come and time warp over here so the CVs can get to the bunker. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, like, of course I could have like turtle and go into like I think at that point, like if we look at the income graph, I mean at that point I could have done anything. Like I could have special tactic, you know, 4 base only oracles or something or something really ridiculous. But yeah, so you see, like even though like yeah things look grim, I always had a better economy. So alright, so we're gonna take 10 minutes to answer strategy questions, and that's gonna wrap up Bronze to Master episode 3. Also, I'm looking for feedback for Bronze to Master, so if you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment. Did you like the Q&A? Should I not do it? Things you would like to see and stuff. Keep in mind, I will try to mix in all-ins starting next week. You know, show a few all-ins and stuff, because I don't always have the time to make guides for all-ins, or like I try to have like a really high quality for my guides in terms of like this build will work, while guides like all-ins are not really reliable. Like, you know, you might die because it was not safe versus this or that. So anyway, so let's see if we have a few questions here in the chat. Yeah, someone's asking if you should play toss. You should play whatever your heart tells you to, you know. Always play, you know, at the end of the day, you're not playing StarCraft 2 to make money, you're playing StarCraft 2 to have fun. So go with whatever your heart tells you. How to know when to attack when on 2 base as Protoss? I mean, like, I'm a pretty passive player, so I always try to go for upgrades in late game. But if you want to attack on 2 base as Protoss, make sure that whatever pressure you do, it has enough gates for the amount of probes you have, or that you don't have too many gates for the amount of probes you have. Of course, now if you're gold or even, you know, below diamond, sometimes you'll make too many gates because you were floating minerals, so things will not look even. So yeah, I mean, so when to attack, it's when you think you have a better army. So if you're confident into your army and you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna win, then yeah, go for the attack. 1 gate expo into 5 gate pressure. Yeah, that's a style in PvZ. I don't like it, but it works. I just don't think it would do well at my level. I mean, I've seen better Protosses do it, but I just don't like it. I off-race with Toss, and I would like to know the roach push prevent when I forge iffy. I mean, if they roach rush on 1 base, you just make cannons. I'm not sure I understand your question, I'm sorry. When I play PvZ, I like to open gateway into Stargate for Oracle or Ass. I scout what's up, and either expand or add 2 gates to hold all in. Is this a good opening? If it works. I'm not a fan of staying on 1 gate versus Zerg, but if it works, just keep doing it. You know, until you start losing, then watch your replays, try to figure out. If you can't figure out, try to go for a mainstream Forge Expand. Now, I'm a high diamond that gets match against masters. I have a few all-ins that are good, but prefer macro style. How do I get better against coin flip all-ins from Zerg and Terrans? Just better scouting. always tell yourself what can you do right now to win this game, and try to counter it. If you don't know, then when you die, try to remember, like, oh yeah, I died because of this. You might do that, you know. What to do against mass roach? Sentries, immortals, stalkers, a lot of sentries. What's the best way to harass a Zerg player going heavy macro? Is Stargate Oracle good? War Prism drops? Or Blink Stalkers? Blink Stalker probably not. War Prism drops is very good. Oracle is good. DT is good too. Oracle gets shut down by like the queens are pretty good. If they have a spore and like you run into the spore a little bit and then you still try to kill drones outside the spore range, but you took a bit of shots from the spore, the queen might finish your oracle. So I'm not a big fan of oracles. I think like they're quite fragile, and they can't fight for you. You know, like in PvT, like oracles kill pretty well the marines if you have enough oracles. But in PvZ, I mean, you know, they die pretty hard to hydras and stuff. But yeah, I mean, DTs, oracles, War Prism, so all good to harass Zerg. If going for a roach rush, at what time would it be good to get an hatchery? Do not roach rush. Do not roach rush. People always tell me Blink Stalkers beat mutas, but as a new player, I don't know how to use. Yeah, that used to be the case in Wings of Liberty. But to beat mutas, the easiest way is to go 2 or 3 Stargate Mass Phoenix. Because the HP regeneration on the mutas and the new speed that they have makes storming them and catching them with Blink so much harder. So you're better off with Phoenix. If I miss your question, it's probably by mistake. Is there a way to be aggressive mid-game against Terran, or is it just about hold till we got the deadbolt? Yeah, you have to hold. If you want to be aggressive, I mean, mid-game, let's say you both have a third, you can send like a Zealot or 2 or 3 at their third while they're being aggressive. But the thing is, if you're trying to be aggressive versus Terran, they're just gonna drop you, and you know, the drops are so quick that you can't really be aggressive versus Terran. When Terrans get ghosts to defend against High Templars, do they EMP them or snipe? Well, it depends if your Templars are clump. If they're not clump, usually they're gonna snipe. So yeah. Hydra, Swarmos, good versus Toss? Not really. It gets cleaned up pretty well by Colossus Blink Stalkers. Now if you mix in Vipers, then it's better. Because you pull in the Colossus and then there's no AoE to clear the Locust. That's why if you're the Protoss, you have to mix in Templars to storm the Locust and to feed back the Vipers. Alright guys, that's about it for today. So this was episode 3 of Bronze to Master Panda Style. We're gold now after 12 games. Next week we're going to try to mix in a few more all-ins. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe on YouTube. You can also find me on other social medias, twitter.com/desrowfighting, facebook.com/desrowfighting, and twitch.tv/desrowfighting. So thank you all for watching. Peace!